Hey guys, welcome to another update video. I missed the last 2 weeks, so I'll try to update everything that's happened, but nothing much has happened really in terms of changes to the account. We are down pretty bad. This account could very well flop. I had to make an adjustment just now on the Tesla put credit spread because we are in heavy on that. I think the collateral was $315, so that's my max loss right there, and that's half my account. And I know, people always say that you're not supposed to allocate that much of your account to one thing, but when your account is this small, like, you don't really have a choice. If you're trying to allocate like 10%, just like a lot of the YouTubers say and a lot of other investors say, 10% of a small account, in my case, is only $30. So you're not going to do much with $30. So it's pretty much impossible to make those appropriate allocations. So let me show you where my account's at. So we were at the highest, we were at $600, but now we're at $100. And I think things could have really played out well if the market, with everything happening, the Omicron coming up, or at the time was coming up, and we had several Fed announcements. So that everything to get with all of those things together just started bringing down the market. And with the Tesla put credit spread, we were up, I think it was like 20% or 25%. So I was up a little bit at one point, and I could have closed it, but the way things were going, I thought it could still keep rising. But unfortunately, with all the bad news coming up and the overall market being down, Tesla started tanking and Facebook started tanking back down with the rest of the market. So it's really hard to say I should have closed it, but in my opinion it was looking okay. So that's why I held it. I think the last time, I'm not really sure where we left off on the last update video, not YouTube Shorts, the update video. But I do post everything in, whether it's YouTube, I do post every single update on YouTube Shorts. So just go ahead and look back at those videos. They're all less than a minute because that's the time limit. So I'm just gonna go over what I have right now, and I don't think I opened any new spreads since closing the Snap put credit spread. I don't know if that was included in the last update video, but that was definitely in the YouTube Shorts. And you can, if you go to my page, or YouTube page, you can organize them in chronological order. So you'll be able to see that in there. But first, let's go over the Facebook put credit spread. So with Facebook, I opened this, let's see. Yeah, I opened this on January 18th. So that was like last week. And with this, I can't roll this. So I have to kind of let it play out. And there's a small chance I might be able to roll this, but I don't know. With the market being so down, and at the time when I opened this, I think Facebook was hovering around very close to 335, but this expires on February 4th. But I know I rolled this, but I can't. Let's go back. Okay, so yeah, I opened this on January 4th. Okay, there we go. And I received a credit of $90. But I noticed that, this was starting to get a little more risky. So I decided to roll it to January 18th, or roll it on January 18th. And I think the original expiration was like last week or this week. I can't remember. Here, so let's go here. The original expiration was last Friday, January 21st, but I rolled it. I paid $55 to roll it. So instead of my max profit being $90, my max profit is now $35. It's just 90 minus the 55 that I paid to roll it, to give it extra time. And the thing about this is that this spread is only $2.50 wide. So you can see 335 and 332.5. And if you look at the options contracts, February short and up to February 18th, I think we have $2.5 wide spreads. Yeah. But if you go anything past that, it starts getting wider. $5 here. I don't know where Facebook starts increasing to $10, but generally that's what happens. But my main point here is that after February 18th, these increase to $5 spreads. With $5 spreads, the collateral increases. So because I have a $2.50 spread, I would have to increase my collateral, and I don't have extra buying power to increase my collateral. So I can't roll this. I don't have the money to, put in for the additional collateral to roll this spread. So I'm just gonna have to let this play out, or if I see an opportunity come up where I can roll it for just a few dollars, or maybe even like a very small amount of credit, then I might take that. But this is not looking very good. I might just have to take this at a loss and let it just play out, or I just close it early. I think the best option might be to close it early. I just have to kind of decide what I want to do. So with this one, I don't think there'll be adjustments, but I'll definitely keep you guys updated on YouTube Shorts. Let's move on to the Tesla. Oh, so this pending order that I have, so because I don't have buying power, I just put in for 0.03, which would be $3 of credit. So I'm putting in an order to receive $3 of credit to roll this out to February 18th. But I'm increasing my strike prices here, 337.5 and 335 instead of 335 and 332.5. So now I'm increasing my strike price. So I'm taking on a little more risk, saying that Facebook will be higher than $337 by February 18th. I don't even know if I want to take that. Facebook would have to make a pretty big jump, for that to work out. But with the market being so red and so down, that might be hard. And it's all going to depend on how the FOMC meeting plays out and how they deliver the news. So it's really a gamble at this point. I felt safe doing it at the time, but I wasn't expecting the entire market to turn red this quickly. So that was just my take on it. But let's move on to the Tesla. So I just rolled this out. So if you remember, this put credit spread was expiring this Friday, January 28th, and Tesla earnings are coming out on Wednesday, January 26th, I think. So I was really debating on whether I want to roll this or just let this account flop and let this run, or perhaps close everything early and hopefully get about, I think I could have made it out with $85 or something like that if I closed everything on the account. So close Tesla put credit spread for a loss, close the Facebook put credit spread for a loss too. I would have had $85, and I thought about maybe just salvaging that and try to day trade my way up, but I just don't know if I want to do that. And day trading can be pretty stressful if I'm just relying on that to grow the account, and I'm not that experienced day trading either, so I really don't know if I can grow my account that way. And one bad trade can pretty demolish my account. I mean, same for this too, but at least with spreads you have some options to adjust it. Sure, it might take a little bit more money, but you have the option to adjust it. With the call credit spreads, with the naked calls and day trading, you're very limited on what you can do. Sure, you can set stop losses and stuff like that, but it's very risky. So I just didn't want to take that route. I thought about it, but I decided against it. I'm still going to give it some more thought with everything going on. I have to see what my best options are. Worst case scenario, this account flops and the whole account fails and the whole series fails, and I might have to just save up another $300 and try to go again from there. Obviously I'll have to evaluate the market conditions to see if I want to start it at that point or not, but that's something I have to give more thought to. So in terms of the Tesla put credit spread, we are down a lot on this. So initially we received a credit of $185, or actually we received a credit of $180, and then we rolled it. So we received $5 extra credit to roll it higher in strike price, because I think we originally had it at $980. So we were betting that Tesla would be above $980, but this was when Tesla was down. So we decided to roll it. I received an extra credit of $5, and that gave me a little more time, but I had to roll it up in strike price. So this was a new expiration, which expires this Friday, but I tried to roll it with just what I had on the account, but I couldn't get it filled. I only had, I think, $10 available. So I was trying to get it filled with the $10 and seeing what strike price I could get and what expiration I could get with keeping the collateral the same, which means just a $5 wide spread, and something I could afford with the $10. But I just couldn't get those filled. And the higher I go up, the collateral started increasing to $10 instead of $5. So again, that means I have to contribute more collateral, which I don't have. So what I did was I deposited, and I know I said I wouldn't, put in more money, but I deposited $25 extra. So with the Robinhood instant deposit, I have those $25 available right away, which is good. And I know I said I wouldn't do that, but in this case, I don't have a choice. Whether it's either I let this account die and hope that Tesla rallies up to 1040, which was our strike price before this, or I deposit a little extra to roll this account. But I think $25 to roll your spread and give it a chance is reasonable, and $25 is not going out for a few meals, so maybe like 3 meals. So I think that's reasonable that I contributed to that, and I really didn't have a choice. So this allowed me to roll it out to April 14th of this year, I paid $30 extra to roll it, and now this gives me more time, but I had to take on more risk because the spread that I originally had was down so bad that I had to increase the strike price and give it a lot more time. So now Tesla has to be above $1,200 by April 14th. Hey guys, I'm recording this after I already did the first take and I'm going through the video and editing it. But I wanted to include that rolling was always an option. It's just that, when things are down, you need to roll it up in strike and probably, pretty far out. But I wanted to avoid that as much as possible because because it's a small account, I can only have like one contract or one spread or two spreads open at a time, because otherwise then I don't have any buying power once I open those. And I wanted to avoid that as much as possible because if I end up rolling it, then I can't do anything with the account for 2 to 3 months that I have no activity on the account for, because I'm just waiting for stock to move and the contract to get closer to the expiration date. So I wanted to avoid that as much as possible because then, the account wouldn't be exciting. The only, videos I would upload for you guys would be just how the contract is doing. And usually the contracts don't change that much until the stock price starts moving up drastically if you have a put credit spread, or until I get to the expiration or closer to the expiration date. So that's why I didn't want to roll this out, and I wanted to avoid that as much as possible. But in this case, we can't push that off any longer. It expires this Friday, so we have to roll it out and just give it time. So there won't be much activity on the account besides me just waiting. Maybe I'll close the Facebook put credit spread early and have some money in there, but I mean, it's not going to be that much to the point where I can, it's not going to be that much to where I can, open new contracts. Maybe do small day trades, but it's really not going to be much. So that's just what I wanted to say, and I'll let you guys continue with the video. It is a bit unlikely for this to go up that much, but we are giving it 3 months. And if you look at the Tesla charts, Tesla makes some crazy jumps, and it goes down just as much, but that's why I think it's possible. And with the earnings coming up, I'm expecting the earnings to be pretty good, but obviously I won't know until it comes out. But I think with the delivery numbers being so good, earnings could be very good as well. But Netflix had beat earnings, but their guidance was bad, so Netflix tanked, I think, like 48% from all-time high. So really, even if they beat earnings, it's still possible that they could still tank. So I really don't know. This is pretty much a gamble at this point, but not really, because we're just trying to give it extra time. And with the all-time high being, $12.50, I don't think it's impossible. And what I'm really trying to do here is I'm not really trying to profit off of this trade anymore, because I suffered such a big loss. At this point, I'm trying to minimize my loss. So right now, current price at the bottom left here is $433. Now $450. We'll just say $450. And we received a credit of $185. So we just have to do 185, or 450 minus 185, and that gives us our current loss right now. That's $265 that I've lost already. So at this point, I'm just trying to mitigate that loss, and I'm hoping that Tesla recovers by the time this contract expires, which is April 14th, and that will minimize my loss. I could potentially even break even if if Tesla does really well, but at this point I'm not trying to profit off this, so don't get the wrong idea. But yeah, this is what my account is sitting at right now. It's very depressing to look at, and it's terrible to see, because we were doing so well. At the highest, we were at $600, which is 100% gain from where we started within a month. And then all of this happened, and now we're at $100, which is way below where we started. So that's about a 66% loss right now since we started. So really, it's either this account flops or we recover. I don't know to how much, really. We recover as much as we can. But that is the current state of the account. If you guys have any questions, or if you guys really have any advice on what I should do from here, please leave it down in the comments below. It's not like a ton of people are commenting, so I can read every single comment. If someone can give me really good advice on how I should play this and how I should try to grow this account back up, please leave it down in the comments below. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. If you enjoy these updates, please leave it a thumbs up, and hopefully we'll be back with another update video in about a week. Good luck, everyone.